Just the other day, I came across a quote that really clicked in my mind. It said, "Most men die at 27, but we only bury them at 72. Listen to that again. Most men die at 27, but we only bury them at 72. But ask yourself, why would they be dead by 27? Is it to do with how people behave with them, or how the world deals with them? Or, if you're being honest with yourself, has it really got to do with their own self and how they let the world influence them? Think about when you were a child. Everything would intrigue you and spark curiosity. If you made a paper plane, you would fly it around and wonder, wow, I will be a pilot one day. If you saw your mother making great food, your curiosity and innocence would say, I will be a great chef too, like my mother one day. If you had a dump truck toy, you would say that I will be a driver when I grow up. As a child, there was no distinction in your mind. Curiosity led you into places that so-called maturity never would. But as you grew up, the tendency to develop skills, to dream, to reach higher also died with age. So no wonder that most men die by 27, because they have killed the spark of curiosity within them. No desire to develop skills or explore the unknown. They now live only to survive, not to thrive. Remember, brothers, your life will be completely different as a result of the lessons that you will take away from your experiences, and experience will always be your most important instructor. Experiences are what make life meaningful. If you are stuck in a rut, where you go to work, come back home, listen to a nagging wife, and repeat that cycle over and over again, then no wonder you are dead inside. Why? Because you have no experiences that give meaning to you. This is why the most defining time of your life is in your 20s. It is during this time that you make a commitment to yourself that you will never let that spark of curiosity die from within you. Remain a child when it comes to wanting to develop new skills and experience new parts of life. It's like that one saying, we don't stop playing because we grow old. Rather, we grow old because we stop playing. With that said, let's discuss the 4 crucial skills that every man needs to develop in his 20s to keep living life. Number 1, learn how to build relationships. I see so many men get this wrong time and time again. Remember, there's nothing wrong with loving solitude to contemplate your thoughts when you are by yourself, but it's also not okay to hate the company of another human. As we always say on this channel, learn to stay neutral. Never lean too far on either extreme ends. Especially men from the hardcore red pill world love to say, oh, I don't do it for the people, I do it for myself. Or, oh, I just can't stand people. Once again, there's a lot of truth to what they're saying, but don't let that love of solitude turn into hate for others. Just because you can do without someone doesn't mean that you should cut them off completely. Remember, it takes effort to build meaningful relationships, and most men learn this all too late. It's a game that you must learn to play. Of course, don't waste your energy on building relationships that won't serve you well, but cultivate and cherish the relationships that will truly serve you. Think of them like investments that will pay you dividends in the years to come. Number 2, manage your finances. I had a friend in high school who was looking very happy on a particular day, more than usual. I went up to him and asked, "What seems to be the matter with you, young fella? Looking quite happy there today." You won't believe what this young man had done. He had bought a pair of $1,000 Gucci sandals. Just think about that for a second. The average income for an American is around $1,000 per week. Basically put, he spent the week's salary on buying a pair of Gucci sandals. That's almost 40 hours worth of work, considering he worked 8 hours for 5 days in that week. And here's the funny part. He lost one of those sandals the other day, meaning he basically lost $500 in a single day. When you are young especially, the need to be part of the crowd is huge. You will see your friends showing off on Instagram, making reels that look attractive, and it's easy to want to give into the hype. But you are adding so many years to your financial independence, which you could have achieved much faster by taking the boring route. Especially in your 20s, make it your mission to earn like the rich and spend like the poor. Regardless of how much cash you might start to pull in weekly, don't show off just yet. Just keep it all private and keep building. A time will come when you will have the luxury to show off a little bit. But this part of your life is not it. The extent to which you have achieved financial stability and what kind of relationship you have with your money reflects on your level of emotional and mental development. Spending less, saving more, and investing even more are signs of a man who understands finances and has total control over himself. Number 3, listening. How many people have you seen over your lifetime who just love to fight? They will get pissed over the smallest things. One of the biggest reasons for this lack of emotional control comes down to a lack of listening. They don't want to understand the other person's side of story and quickly jump to conclusions. As a man, jumping to conclusions without first joining all parts of the puzzles is one of the greatest sins you can commit. This is why so many men are gullible and can be easily controlled by the media, the news, their wives, and their children. These are the types of men who hear their wife get angry with someone and quickly rush to violence without ever even hearing what the situation is. As a man of high value, listen with intent to understand, not respond. In fact, the biggest reason why you don't want to listen to people is because you are already surrounded by bums, period. You are surrounded by people who are of low value, who have nothing to give to the world. If only you surround yourself with people who have achieved more than you and are where you want to be in life, you would automatically shut up and listen to them. So always keep in mind, brothers, to develop the art of listening, you need to master 3 pillars first. These are: don't judge, just listen. Don't jump to conclusions or interrupt. And finally, take note of nonverbal signals. Number 4, public speaking. I have heard many men complain that they never seem to get the attention of any girl. One of the easiest ways to catch their attention is to get in front of them. I don't mean physically force yourself on them, but think about when you are in the club. Who are the ladies looking at usually? It's the DJ or the person at the front. This is by far one of the easiest ways to get all eyes looking at you. And public speaking does exactly that. This is a very narrowed down example, but having the ability to speak publicly will serve you in so many areas in your life. You may come across those men who look nice, dress well, but the moment it comes to saying something publicly, they shy back down. It is one of the most important skills to master in your 20s. Whether you need to give a presentation at work, give a toast at a friend's wedding, launch a YouTube channel, or voice your views in a meeting. Unlike the other skills on today's list, public speaking isn't something you have to do every day, but when you do, you want to make sure you do it well. Why? Simple. Because a person's public speaking skills form snap judgments about their character. No one will take you seriously if you can't articulate your thoughts with certainty. Start by talking to at least one stranger each day. Maybe you catch the train on your way to work or wherever you are. Talk to at least one stranger. Start an interaction. Get used to talking to people and carrying a conversation. It could be at church, a book club, or a school debate club, or on the street. It makes no difference what kind of listeners they are. What's most vital is to keep at it. Your approach anxiety will decrease as your exposure increases. So remember, brothers, if you truly want to feel like a high-value man, not only do you need to look the part, but you must have these habits and traits as second nature. Only then will you truly feel alive and experience the wonders of life. Over the coming course, you will see your friends disintegrate into the worries of life. But as I said before, keep that spark of curiosity alive that you had in childhood. Stay alive, experience the blessings of God, and learn new skills. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Watch these videos to see the best way to level up as a man. Tap the subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm.